I used to play tennis when I was younger.
Really?
How's my serve?
It's not great.
No, not bad. Oh, thank you, Eddie. Yes, I'm here joined today by Savannah Dada-Mascoll, an incredibly accomplished App State women's tennis player. And I suppose if I'm that bad at playing tennis, perhaps we should just talk about it and play Twister instead.
My body is Am I even allowed to sit like this?
I think so.
I win. What have we done?
Left hand green.
Gosh, my legs. They're like double the size.
You've spoken a lot about, the team with tennis,
Yeah.
Here at App State, and also just, the dynamic of having, a tennis team. Obviously, the girls here at App State, you've got, that dynamic with them of, being together on the team. But I also heard from my producer that you go to church every Sunday with 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so how does your shared faith on the team as well sort of, help strengthen those bonds?
It's just a good foundation, I think, for like friendship and also like being a teammate. I can trust them on a deeper level. And I think what's also cool is that we don't just leave like our faith at church and we take it onto the court with us. We have a prayer circle for every single match and it's cool because usually one person like reminds us like, hey, let's do this, and that's something that we can all the team actually join into, which is it's just cool, and it's something that I really prayed for my freshman year. Whenever I feel like this is like tough, like we get to do a prayer circle and we have like a team Bible study, I'm like, Savannah, like this is what it's about.
Right hand green.
Oh my.
Oh my God. Okay. That's super chill. Okay, that's awesome. I saw that in your Instagram bio,
Yeah.
you have a Bible quote.
Mm-hmm.
I believe 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, it says, for the Spirit God has given us, does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline.
Yes.
So what about that quote is so important to you? And does it impact at all, your mindset and what you bring onto the court?
I think something that I've struggled with is fear in the past. And knowing that the Lord doesn't give me a spirit of fear, I know the Lord is with me on the court, so I don't need a fear. So even when it gets like, in a difficult spot on the court, like a difficult situation, I'm like, okay, Savannah, play free. Like you don't need a fear. You're just going out and you're worshiping. The version I read in it says sound mind, and that's really important because I've struggled like a little bit mentally in the past, and knowing that like I can go to the Lord with those struggles, that He gives me a sound mind, but He wants me to bring that struggle to Him.
I think that, as an athlete, talking about sound mind is really important. I think mindset is the hardest part of being an athlete and, being able to not get in your own head. And just be able to surmount fear. Can you talk a little bit more about, being able to overcome fear and overcome, discouraging things and being able to maintain a sound mind when you're playing?
I think that's probably that is the biggest difference, I would say, from me freshman year to now, is that I think in tennis you have to accept that you're going to make mistakes, right? But like the mistakes, like they don't define how you're playing unless you let them define how you're playing. That's one of the biggest mindset changes. It's like a lot of the times if you see me play, I'm very positive, like to myself. And most of the time that I speak to myself, it's usually always encouragement, because that's the way I would speak to a teammate. And so learning why I should speak to myself more positively and actually doing that has like really, really helped.
Left foot yellow.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Am I even allowed to sit like this? Well, I think so. We didn't go over the rules, so.
I think I've got one last question for you.
Okay.
And, you know, we've been talking a lot about, you know, tennis and sort of how things, you know, have changed. And I heard that you really like spicy food. And so I guess I have a two-part question.
Okay.
You obviously moved from England to the US for college and to play tennis here at App State. And so, you know, there's a lot of cultural changes with that. One of which being the food. How does the spicy food here in the United States compare to the spicy food in England? And then I have a surprise for you after you answer that question.
No. Okay, I need to answer quickly. My body is like... The spicy food here is like okay. I would say that the spicy chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A, phenomenal. Phenomenal. I would walk to Chick-fil-A from campus
Oh my God.
to get Chick-fil-A. I'm half Nigerian too, and so we eat a lot of like food, like a lot of spicy food, and so I feel as though when I like ask for spicy things, it's never really that spicy for me. The thing is, when we go to Thai places, I never get Thai hot because like I feel like there's a danger of like it being too hot.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want it to ruin my food. Oh my word! Ah! What are we done?
I guess the last question I have is, will you accept a gift from us here at Up Late in A Game, Ghost Pepper?
Oh my gosh! Yes! This is so fun!
Alright, we can be done, Mr. Alright, well, thank you so much, Savannah, for joining us here today for our show. Savannah, back to you.